Hi everyone and a warm welcome back to the August monthly WARNO tournament from SDL League. Today we are back with Bulba and Propaganda over on the right in blue playing as the Berlin Command, and over on the left in red we have Bulba playing as the 39th. Let's have a look at what Propaganda has down so far. So plenty of scouts with the ACAVs all going up to the front here. Good spread. ACAVs not yet. Oh, that one's been given a second order. Oh, that one has. Oh, in fairness, ACAVs have all been given second orders. Couldn't quite see them when zoomed out. What do we got at the back? So we've got some RAF rifles here. A lot of RAF rifles trying to get into there. That could be contested by Bulba. And then we've got a machine gunner and a javelin heading up here. Good position for some ranged units. We've got Pivads, a rover, command, some engineer, dragons, and a javelin heading into the center there. Dragons, not a bad choice. I'd rather have Milan, but dragons are fine. And over here at the back, we've got a command, a Milan 2, and a javelin LML. Around the other side, with Bulba, we have Razvedka, Zapori, and the Razvedka Zapori. Razvedka heading into the middle and this side, and some Razvedka heading up here. A little bit far back on that recon. I tried to get them into these buildings here. That's usually what I reserve for an ATGM. Let's see if he's got one of those down in a second. We've got some Motostrelki coming up here. In the center here. We don't have any ATGMs by the looks of it. We do have some BMP3s from Motostrelki and a Motostrelki Commander and a Cub there as well. They're all sort of spread out here. What is going in there from that back set? Maybe an Igla? Yeah, an Igla's going in there. And then down at the bottom, a good spread again. We've got Sapri RPO, Motostrelki, we've got a Sapri Commander, and a 30mm grenade launcher, as well as a couple of Iglas. Good spread of units for both players. A couple more things being dropped down here. There is now a AMX-30 at the top there. Ooh. 2 Ardens, an AMX-30B, and a Pivads at the top now. He's going in quite strongly at the top here. Now that can be beneficial because if you control this area, you can easily push into this tree line usually and take control of that corner, which will mean Bulba is kind of locked into that side of the center. But we'll see how that pans out. A couple of the javelins going to the front there. No real changes other than that. Let's see where we end up. 39th obviously has some very good tanks, will certainly cause issues for Propaganda. AMX-30s aren't terrible, of course. There are some chieftains as well available to the Berlin Command. It'll be interesting to see. I think up here, since there isn't a lot going up here for Bulba, it's likely that Propaganda will take control of this area. Down at the bottom, I definitely think there's more there for Bulba in terms of just forces. But there is a recoilless rifle there, which will give him some advantage in range against units coming down this road, potentially. Although, seeing out of that building isn't great. You kind of need to be here to see down that road next to the building. So it's not the best position. Equal capping at the moment. Will be a slight advantage Propaganda in the middle, but as we saw last game, it doesn't mean a huge amount, even if you're nearly at the win, if your opponent manages to take control of the map. Here's that skirmish at the top starting. Razvedka getting absolutely pummeled there. I mean, this is a big group of units, and there's more on the way as well. We've got the Ardens. Oh, there's a jet in as well, a rocket attack jet. Does take some fire from over here. There is a Cub knocking about, obviously. But it's looking good at the top for Propaganda. Also managing to kill these Razvedka Sapori. Lots of fire coming in from all these units. The ACAV obviously dishing out quite a lot of damage as well. Rocket attack coming in for that vehicle. UAZ is dead. Just the Motostrelki left there. They have been deployed, but certainly going to get overwhelmed. Command is in this corner for Bulba. It's going to be a challenge, I think, here for Bulba. But everything neutralized now. A reasonable amount of stuff down here defending. Obviously, the ACAV has a good line down that road with that recoilless rifle. Reinforcements coming in for the center now, including a Rover Milan. That's probably a good choice to have in the middle. Rocket attack coming in here, but the Pivad is moving up there. Rocket attack chopper does get the scouts, but the Pivads will absolutely tear that apart if it can get range. And there we go. Lots of shots going in. And he's out of rockets anyway, so he needs to get out of there. Strela coming in at the top there, and MI8. Harrier anti-air coming in, going for that chopper. Where is that Cub? Cubs and Iglas firing. Harrier, oh wow, Harrier extremely badly damaged, but still managed to get the missile off, and does get the kill. That is incredibly lucky for that Harrier. Harrier does go down though. Genuinely surprised that Harrier got the kill there when it was already hit with a couple of missiles. It may have launched just as they hit. Propaganda looking pretty strong at the top still, as I say. No real movement at the bottom there. Some more reinforcements coming in up here. These BMP-3s could prove crucial against these vehicles, but they need to be at range to use their missiles. If they're close quarters, then the AMX-30 will cause issues. This one's pushing up now to get into here. Looks like a BMP pushing into here now. That's risky. There go the BMPs firing their missiles. Good kill, but obviously getting shot at by that Raden. Can return fire. Should get the kill on the Raden. There we go. AMX 30 coming in here. BMP-3 is obviously really good units, but the AMX 30 might cause issues. Rover Milan coming in as well, going for a kill on the recon. AMX 30 needs to die. All the BMP-3s firing their missiles. This should kill it. Yes, there it goes. Overwhelming force. Rocket attack coming in here. Going after the BMPs. They managed to dodge. Strela coming in. It does get caught. SU-27S coming in. Takes it down. Nice strike as it turned. A couple of M109s coming in here. So Propaganda lost the heavy gear up here, but still not looking too bad. Milans will go after these BMP-3s. Oh, nice kill. ACAV down. BMP-3's doing the business here. Motorshocky very badly damaged, being pulled out there. No heavy tanks at all from... Oh, speak of the devil. There we go. T-80BV coming into the center for Bulba. I did wonder if we were going to see any heavy tanks. These things are firing now at the back there, going for a kill on that Strela. Obviously, it is visible. May get a lucky hit on that BMP-3 as well. Strela is moving. Here comes the artillery shells. Oof. Pivad's being moved up there. That can fire at ground targets as well, don't forget. So it could prove very useful against the infantry. Lots of rifles coming in at the top. One back coming in to the center somewhere. Oh, towards the top actually. Oh, an Uragan is in. Look at those fantastic hits coming in there. Really nice hits there from that. Really nice hits. That has done a lot of damage. Obviously, all these rifles still to come in, though. 30mm grenade launcher coming in over that side as well. Ooh. BMP-3 finally gets destroyed. I mean, they've been doing very well so far, to be fair. That was a really good strike from that Uragan, though. Did a lot of damage. Artillery prepping to fire on the Uragan. Counter battery, but obviously Uragan has shifted very quickly. Don't keep that thing still. SU-27S gets a kill on the recon chopper pushing around the side there. Rifles have been deposited. 30mm grenade launcher will cause them issues. Pivads on the recon chopper there. Should get out of dodge, just about. T-80BV coming up to kill it. Oh! Saved by the T-80BV. That was tight. Very tight indeed. Well done. T-80 gets a kill on the Rover Milan as well. Mi-24V rocket attack coming in here again. Second one we've seen. Looking for a kill on those rifles. There's the 30mm engaging, but it won't last long against all those rifles. And its blast radius isn't very big anymore, so it will only stun down one squad at a time. Yeah, they're going to get wrecked. A little bit better if they're in a building sometimes and can see for a longer range, but once they are close quarters, they don't last very long at all. Imagine we'll see a jet coming in for that. A Nighthawk on the way in. Targeting the tank at the back. It's sat still in the open. Risky business. I've done that myself and lost a tank to sitting it out in the open and kind of forgetting it was there. Visible to the enemy. And the Nighthawk won't be seen till it's on top of the unit. T-80 is engaging on those infantry. There's the bomb drop. Oh, beautiful strike from that Nighthawk. Absolutely beautiful. Annihilated the Boer T-80. Coming around over the units again and is being fired on. This could be a mistake. Ooh. That is a very, very lucky Nighthawk. That was almost killed. That Cub, because it is behind that hill, didn't manage to get a second shot on it as it was out of dodge. If it had been up on the hill, I think it probably would have got a second shot off. Harrier goes down there, trying to go for that rocket attack chopper again. A little bit of movement down the bottom here. Bulba on the move. Has managed to make it into the point and is bringing up some more reinforcements there. Bulba obviously did this in the last game. Very good at pushing other points, as well as trying to contest the center of the map on two ways. Good use of artillery there to take out that anti-air. Propaganda keeping an eye out for the anti-air this game. Light rifles here, out of recoilless rifle shots. Should be easily dealt with, you would imagine, by these BTRs. I imagine we're going to see some artillery firing over this way, though it's going to completely miss the units. It's kind of firing behind them. Alouette pushing in here, looking for them. Although, those artillery pieces might get a lucky hit on this command that's still moving in there. Here's some Gazelle rockets coming in. There are some Iglas here, though. Ooh, that was very close to getting a hit on that command. Very, very close. More reinforcements coming in at the top there for propaganda. Certainly a force being built up by Bulba as well. Rocket attack coming in here, getting a kill on one of those BTRs and doing some damage to another. Here come the rocket attack choppers. Now the hope here would be for Bulba that he focuses the fire of these on the BTRs, which would be good for Bulba, but look at this. All these RAF rifles coming in to reinforce this point. Loads and loads and loads of them, and there we go. Gazelle rockets have found those motor Strelki and killed them. Really good kill. A command coming in to counter that for when this infantry command arrives, but this could be well defended already, to be honest. Some Radens being called in down there. Up at the top, Bulba still fighting away. Trying to clear this area, but struggling. He still has more units moving into this point. The RAF rifles have arrived, though. Not the best units, obviously. They are obviously reservists, so they're unsteady. They lose their cohesion very quickly. Artillery coming in here. Could get a lucky hit on that command again. Skirmishing ongoing up there. Not really any movement in the middle. Good scout positioning for propaganda, though. Really far forward. Very nice positioning there. Light rifles are still alive in this building. Considering the amount of stuff that has gone near them, I am genuinely shocked they are still alive. And they are currently tearing into that command unit. And obviously all these light rifles are going to go straight over there to kill that. I wouldn't be surprised if the artillery opens up soon as well. Rocket attack coming in, going for killing that command. Ooh, almost gets the kill. Counter battery fire going in on the M109s. Not surprised by that. They haven't moved in a long time. They are trying to move now. Unfortunately, not sure the Uragan fires fast enough to catch them out. We'll just be getting lucky hits if it gets a kill. And of course, propaganda won't make the same mistake again. He will start moving them. The cluster artillery is actually quite good at counter battery, we found in multiplayer. Not that I would perhaps recommend it for 1v1 situations, but in team games in 10v10, perhaps more so. Mortars coming down here on that building. The RAF rifles have actually been evac'd. Oh no, it was the ones that were in there must have died finally. That's just a different squad of RAF rifles because they don't have the recoilless rifle. Gazelle rockets engaging on these Motostrelki here. These ones rearming. Mortars coming in down there. I mean, there's a lot of reinforcements arrived here for propaganda. I mean, he's ready for this now. I don't think this assault force is going to get in there, and I also don't think that command is going to make it in the point. And if it does, it's going to die pretty quickly. Up at the top, more Berlin light rifles with the recoilless rifle coming in up there. Recoilless rifles coming in at the bottom as well. He does manage to get the command in, but all these RAF rifles pushing around the bottom there. And there we go. Gazelle rocket kills the command immediately. As I said, I didn't think it was going to survive very long. It's just simply too much there. Loads of Sapri RPO. No, 2 Sapri RPO and a Motostrelki coming in there. Motostrelki BMP pushing across here. BMP 3 and a T-80 BV goes down to the Milan 2 there. Milan 2 may even get a kill on the BMP 3 here. Oh, it misses. Milan 2 might die. Milan 2 does go down to the BMP 3, but a loss of an expensive tank. It's 2 T-80 BVs that have gone down this game. Still a lot of skirmishing going on here. Just constantly dropping off more units from propaganda side. I mean, it's really providing a massive distraction. And it's still the case that he's still got units in this part of the forest. Granted, it's just a javelin, but these Motostrelki are almost dead. Light rifles are going to win that fight. I mean, it's been a really nasty fight up there for both players, but I think it's probably more going in propaganda's favour because he's forcing Bulba to bring in more stuff. Tac choppers coming in down here. Not really any AA down here at all, is there? He'll be relying on jets. So those choppers could make a big difference. Igla's gone into a building here, unfortunately, with a lot of enemy units. There's a lot of units in here now for propaganda. He's sending more rifles to the top as well. A little bit concerned about how this is going to go down here for Bulba. I mean, he's pumped a lot of resources into it, it feels like. But I'm not sure it's going to pay off in the long run. Because he's still not got into the point. There's a command in there now. It's really difficult to say. Lots of units still tied up at the top there. One squad of Berlin light rifles died. Other ones still alive. And one Motostrelki still alive. Harrier rocket coming in here, going for kills on those choppers. Doesn't manage to get one. SU-27 in, going for the Harrier. Gets the kill on the Harrier. Nighthawk coming in now, going for a kill on that BMP-3. There's another T-80BV in here. Surprised it hasn't switched targets. Obviously, switching targets now would be a bad idea. BMP-3 about to get whacked by that laser guided bomb. Oh, he switched targets at the last minute and went for the tank. Beautiful strike on that tank, but he does lose the Nighthawk. The Nighthawk finally goes down to the AA in the middle. But a beautiful strike nonetheless. And my 24s taking fire from the Javelin now. One goes down. I feel like poor Bulba is losing a lot of units down here. He's got a command tank moving up now. Now, Propaganda has very little in the middle, but really, Bulba doesn't have a huge amount of a pushing force there. Up at the top, just the BMP-3s remain. Down here, potential that Propaganda could do a push out of this point. Obviously, this is just stalemated right now. Command has been killed at the back there. Wow. Command was destroyed at the back. I think that was... I assume it was spotted by the moving Razvedka. And mortars came in on it. Possibly... yeah. Supper's Flam pushing in against these units down at the bottom now. Uragan's fired here as well. That's what I was looking at for a second. I'm not sure if the Uragan got the kill or not. I'll have to have a look at the end. Raden's being used very effectively there. Coming in at the back, we've got some Foxes and RAF rifles and some more Flam. But Bulba's forces at the bottom here are just getting absolutely minced over and over again. Don't get me wrong, he's managing to kill some of Propaganda's stuff, but it feels like it's just a complete meat grinder down there. The top seems to have settled down a little bit. But there are more rifles coming in. Propaganda's just keeping it up there to keep that harassment going, and it's working. But neither player's really making a huge move right now. Obviously, it's in favour of Bulba because he's taken control of the centre by killing that command. Artillery coming in on those mortars there. Might get a good kill here. So they're not moving very fast, obviously. Yep, kills them both. Really nice strike. Some lovely counter-battery fire there. Command tank coming in for the centre now. Some more rifles coming in for the bottom. A little bit of skirmishing across the middle here. Some artillery in for Bulba as well. Two of those pieces of artillery. BMP-3 goes down to the Rover Milans there. Those scouts are pushed up. Getting even better eyes on. Finally cleared out this, except for the Javelin, which can still fire at that rocket attack chopper. And there's still more rifles on the way in. Nighthawk coming in, the other Nighthawk in the deck, going for that command tank. Again, it's kind of out in the open on the road. Really easily picked off here by these Nighthawks. Does he get the kill? Yes, he does. Oh. Beautiful strike there. Absolutely beautiful strike. Bulba must have his head in his hands right now. He's lost 3 tanks to Nighthawks. Though that Nighthawk's still flying around here. Gets annihilated by the SU-27S. That's just really unfortunate. That should have been called out immediately. SU-27S gets a second kill on a Harrier. SU-27S just wrecking face as it came in there. But the Nighthawk did the job it needed to do, which was killing that command tank. A couple of rifles here going against the Sapri RPO. Sapri RPO not winning that fight at the moment. Chieftain on the field, pushing around that area. 2 commands moved into this point at separate areas. They moved in at the same time, though, so it's likely that if Bulba was paying attention, he knows there's 2. Dragons being hit there by that artillery. A little bit of movement here from Propaganda. He can probably push through to this point now. He won't know it. He won't know how much defense there is, but he's probably got enough to do it if he can get through those sappery. Another javelin coming in for the center here. There's the rover moving out again. No longer needed. Artillery going in on this corner. Oh, wow. One of the artillery pieces brought in by Bulba has been annihilated already by the counter battery fire because it hasn't moved. Uragan is aiming at something, aiming at the back here, looking for a kill on that command. He doesn't know exactly where it is, though. A little bit of a push here as well. Just clearing up these infantry. Propaganda's looking fairly strong at the moment, but obviously pushing is the harder thing to do. So Bulba has an easier time if he just has to defend now. He is in the lead in points. If he can sit there for 16 minutes, he's won the game. Artillery coming in on those BMPs there, and the BTR. Got at least 1 or 2 lucky hits on that AMX, but I think that's all he's going to get. Ooh. Yeah, that's the lot. Didn't get the kill, but good effort. Berlin Light Rifles recoilers coming in here. More RAF rifles and a Pivads. I can see a full push coming here from Propaganda. Defending 2 Motorstrelki, 3 Motorstrelki, and a couple of BTRs. He's only got flame troops here, so the BTRs are an issue. These recoilless rifle troops need to deploy. Oh, just in time as the RPG started flying. Recoilless rifles, obviously pretty useful against vehicles and infantry. Unfortunately, they are out in the open now. They're taking fire from over there as well. With them not being in the forested area, they're not getting any defensive bonuses. SU-25 AT coming in, looking for a kill on that command. It can be seen at the edge of that forest. This should be a kill. Oh, there it goes. The missile missed, but it got it in the end. SU-25 does go down, but it's a nice kill nonetheless. Back to +3 for Bulba. That's what he wanted. Artillery prepping to fire here again on this corner. But look at Propaganda go. He's got loads of forces here. Got more rifles at the back. More Sapus coming in. A little bit standoffish again down here. We saw this in the last game from Propaganda as well. He wasn't sure what was ahead of him. And he sort of pushed a little bit and then stalled. I'm hoping he musters up the forces here and does a push, because reinforcements are arriving now for Bulba, and it's going to be increasingly hard to push this point if Bulba goes full defensive. There's been a long time where Bulba's been pushing out. He wanted to get into this point, but now he's got a nice lead on the actual victory point. He doesn't necessarily need to do that. He just needs to hold. Up at the top, we're not seeing much movement either now. Sapri RPO sat there getting rearmed, but neither player bringing in much up there. All the focus is shifted to the bottom and the center. Artillery coming in on these units here. And these... Oh, is that one going to each? No, they're hitting here. The Fox is hitting there. Good use of combined arms by Propaganda here. Bulba's still being quite pushy at the bottom. He's not just keeping those in defense. He's sort of doing an active defense, pushing out. I mean, that could scare Propaganda off pushing, is the thing. Because it may be the case that Propaganda assumes he's got units in there to defend as well as those he's pushing out. So it could certainly put you off pushing in. A little bit of mind games. Uragan reloading at the back there. Planning to fire on this area here. A couple of hell arms in there. Going for some kills on these BMP3s. Lots of smoke goes down. Propaganda is on the move here. He's lost a few squads though. There goes the Uragans coming in on those light rifles. Ooh, some nice hits here. May get a kill as well. There it goes. One squad dead. Stunning down the other one. Not sure it's going to get a good hit though. And this force pushing slowly across here. They are getting caught a little bit out at the edge here with those mortar strikers being allowed to fire across at them. A little bit of a push at the top here as well. And in the center, where are these scouts going? The Conkers have one missile left, and there's a T-80BV at the back here, ripping apart those units. Nice kill for the Conkers there, though they are out of missiles now. Artillery coming in on those buildings. T-80 engaging on those scouts. There's a bit of a mad dash down the central road there. Chieftain has been killed up here. Slow movement, but there is progress here by Propaganda, but these units able to fire at range across here kind of nullified the flame troops. Command infantry sat back there. There's another artillery piece sat in the back of this area now. Rover command moved back in here, obviously, to neutralize the points. Very aggressive at the moment from Propaganda. Obviously, he knows he needs to increase his points. He needs to overtake Bulba. With just 11 minutes gone of this game left. It's looking like another win for Bulba purely on managing to hold out. Units pushing around the back here. I don't know if he's going to try and get something into the back point, perhaps. Or he's just trying to surround this area where the command is. Down at the bottom. Propaganda definitely not going anywhere fast here. Obviously that motor striker commander at risk though. Artillery here firing across to the centre. What about M1 IPs coming in? The big heavy tanks just charging in the centre. Artillery coming in on the T-80 there. Propaganda making progress across the middle. I see 25 AT coming in. Not sure what it's going for. It's just swinging around the back there. Down at the bottom. I mean, Propaganda's forces here are completely surrounded. BMP-3s tearing them apart now. Artillery going in on this area. Looking for a kill on the command by the looks of it. SU-25 taking fire from the Javelin. Doesn't actually have a target. And the T-80BV coming in here. Engineers Dragons coming in through the middle again. Conkers manages to get a couple of shots off. Does have a couple of missiles. Oh, wow. Motor Striker Commander is almost dead in the center here. One more hit would have killed him. Ooh. So close, yet so far. I also saw a couple of Gazelle rockets being called in there, I think. Yeah, Gazelle rockets. A couple of Hell Arms at the top as well. That is getting quickly repaired and rearmed. MI-24 able to engage with its gun here. No anti-air there. Good push across the middle here, though, from Propaganda. He's got the tanks coming in as well. T-80 firing at range with its missiles. Down goes some smoke. Down at the bottom. Bulba's still pushing. He's not letting up. Chieftain Mark 10 coming in there. Artillery coming in on that building in the center. M1 IP's pushing up, going for that T-80BV. BV not doing terribly here. Taking a few shots to its front armor. Doing quite a lot of damage to the Abrams. Though these dragons coming in from the side might cause more of an issue. T-80 doing a great job here though. Really needs to focus fire down on these tanks. There we go. Cohesion is low. Now it's in trouble. That Abrams was almost dead. Does not get the kill on the Abrams. Will be retreated. Motor Striker Commander being rushed out the way there. But the Gazelle rockets are going to kill it. Brilliant kill from the Gazelle rockets. This will now be +3 to Propaganda. Chieftain coming in, killing these Radvetka that just got dropped off by a chopper in the middle of the point. What were those Javelin doing? Bulba's pushing force down here has been seen off once again by Propaganda. Good defense down there this entire game by Propaganda. Equally good pushing by Bulba. I mean, he's stopped Propaganda ever getting near that point, really. SU-25 coming in, going for a kill on that tank. Aiming for the one that's almost dead. Good choice. Might get a shot off on the other one as well. Yes, it will. Oh, beautiful strike. Gets both of them. Even if it goes down, it has paid for itself. It got two big tanks. Uragan firing on this area now. Good kills there by Bulba, but at the moment, Propaganda in control of the center there, ticking up those points, but 14 minutes to the victory. He will, in the next 6 minutes, though, overtake Bulba in points, surely, at a +3 tick. Loads more reinforcements coming in for the center there. Bulba needs to retake the center point, or get a command in there. Question is, does he have a command coming in? There is a Sapri commander rushing in there to get into this area, but Propaganda's pushing across there as well. He's not giving up. He's keeping the pressure on. Bulba should get back into this area, though. And all that time, tick, 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 that score is going up for Propaganda. He might take it back here. Once again, a really action-packed game from these two. Really well defended at the bottom by Propaganda as well. Very impressed there. And the whole distraction and harassment and constant battles at the top, that really whittled down units for both players, but it, you know, it kept people busy up there when they could have been busier down here. But Propaganda at the end here, really good pushing and getting stuff across the center. That command is taking a sweet time to get in, and, you know, Bulba isn't that far ahead now. Not very far ahead at all. Shenanigans. Shenanigans, people. Look at this. Do we know where that's going? I bet we do know where that's going. That is going to go around the back here and land in that point. That's why that's there. Yeah. SU-25 sent ahead to kill the recon chopper so that this guy can get round the back. Yeah, look at that. Immediately a fox called in there, but this is very much misbehavior by Bulba. I wondered if we might see it at some point. An infantry command in a chopper or a chopper command or something sneaking around the back. Bulba likes to do this. There you go. If you're ever playing against Bulba, make sure you have some air defense or some unit protecting your rear points. Bulba will come for them. But really well played here by Propaganda. I mean, he's really pushing hard. Good use of his artillery as well to keep pummeling the front line. That command is finally arriving. These Berlin Night Rifles are about to die. AMX-30 is pushing in there to assist. Shoots to Mark 10 at the back. Thinking twice now. There's the command in, but look at that. Propaganda has taken over in points. Will Bulba pull it back by getting this MI9 in here? There is the question. Can he get it in? Can he get it landed? Can he take the point? Is it going to be seen as it comes across here by that fox? Surely it's going to get seen. Surely. Command tank coming in here. That can be redirected to this point. That command tank is going into the corner here. Finally, Propaganda has made it into the corner of this point. It's taken him the entire game, but he has made it. Bulba has very little there. He's obviously had to refocus on pushing a lot into the center, Bulba. And obviously the expensive chopper. I say expensive. They're only 80 points now, the command choppers. But yeah, Bulba's had to refocus a lot into the center. So is now not focused on defending down here. There's that command landing now. Here we go. If he takes it completely, that command will get in there, but it will be a +4 for Bulba, which is really good. I see some artillery coming in. I don't know if it's going for that command or not. No, it's going for the javelin. Immediately killed, but it's still +4. 9 minutes till victory. 2 minutes left of this game. And this really could have gone either way at the end. This really could have gone either way. Genuinely, I think Propaganda's done an amazing job pushing back here. 2 commands in this point now, though, for Bulba. He's not losing that again, he's decided. He still has a command in the bottom as well. This command racing in here. Needs to get in there quickly, though, as it has pushed Bulba back into the lead. And if Bulba could just get eyes on that rover, then this would be massively in his favour. That Uragan trying to reload at the moment, but will take time. I don't think it's going to get another shot off before the game is over. And apologies, by the way, there are some real-life fighter jets flying over my place that I live today, so they may be heard in the background of me talking. Apologies for that. It's been going over 3 or 4 times during the recording of this. Artillery going in on that command tank now. Not getting a shot, though. The command tank is on the move. But here we go. Look at this. Propaganda right at the end manages to get in this point. That is back in the hands of Propaganda. Propaganda still now lagging behind in points, though. And obviously that command that was coming in here is no longer coming in here. So this could be a win for Bulba on points again with 1 minute left of the game. Bulba is holding fast. Look at this at the bottom, though. If only there was a command there to go in with Propaganda's forces. But it's not. It is at the back, and it's not going to get there in the next 53 seconds. Well played by Bulba, getting a command chopper in the back there. Very, very sneaky, but a really good tactic right at the end. Just really messed up Propaganda. Stole the game. Stole the game at the very last minute. Okay, last couple of minutes, literally. Hell Arms coming in, looking for a kill on that tank, but probably aren't going to get it. Not with 20 seconds left of the game. They're both taken out by a single missile because they're right on top of each other. Uragan firing there again. Strikey pushing across here, looking for a kill on that command, I'm sure. This command's still trundling around there, but with 4 seconds left, it will not make it. Game, I believe, will go to Bulba. I don't think that will be a draw. I think he's far enough ahead. Congratulations to Bulba. Commiserations to Propaganda. A really fantastic set of games from both of you. Genuinely, this is what I'm saying all the time about the games from the Rookie League or the Freshman League, whatever you want to call it. Genuinely, they can be some of the most fun games. Look at how action-packed that was. Look at how many kills there were and how close it was. I mean, that was tight at the end. Genuinely stolen, to some extent, by that single command chopper. Proof, if ever, that you need to keep an eye on your back points. Let's have a look at the kills here. Oh, wow, look at the BMP-3. BMP-3 is going to get MVP, I think. SU-27S got a lot of kills as well. Uragan did very well. Did not get a kill on the command. What got the kill on the command? Was it the mortars? Yes, it was. 120mm mortar got the command. How are things doing at the other side? Oh, that M109 got a lot of kills as well. Wow. I think BMP-3 and the M109A2, just outstanding job there. 2 very good units. MVP goes that way. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. I hope you really enjoyed these 2 games. I thoroughly enjoyed watching them and casting them. Looking forward to seeing more from these 2 in the rest of the tournament. But 2 very, very exciting and action-packed games. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.